Good evening. It is Friday, the 8th of February 2013. It's a funny old game, life. You mustn't weaken. Now, on Radio 4, I get Radio 4, there was a geezer called Pinochet and people called Desaparecidos, I believe. The disappeared ones. I hope I've got this right. I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. He did some good stuff. Pinochet for the country, I believe. Little I know of it, in his way, whatever. Presumably he had a motivation. Chap called Hitler now, don't know much about him either. Must have thought he was doing something. Ooh, now there's a thought. How about sticking to old Hitler, because we all know a bit about Hitler, mate. What, Hitler? And the Germans, now what were they up to? So what do people do when they have been treated in a way which beggars belief? The chap called Ahmadinejad, I think, the Iranian fellow, Ahmadinejad, or however you pronounce it. And he's in denial of the Holocaust in toto. Interesting. That's the Holocaust, the Jews. 6 million or whatever the figure may be, were gassed and the like, killed, murdered, genocide. It's this in denial thing which I find of interest, because there's no justice. The last one, they kept him in Spandau prison. These hunters used to go and find them in South America. Hess, Hermann Hess, wasn't it? They had the whole of Spandau prison just kept open just to keep that one man in it. I think I'm right on that one. You know, and these guys get away with it. And they're sitting pretty somewhere, had, funds stashed away, paintings, whatever, gold out of the teeth of the people they melted down in the fires, because they found the gold afterwards, didn't they? Yeah. Not good. Human beings are not very nice or capable of being utterly appalling. But it's the injustice, the denial, to achieve what I believe is called closure. You have to have the perpetrators of the ill deed brought to account. In my personal life, my son has committed suicide. I consider his suicide was brought about by a combination of the authorities, social services, judge, His Honour Judge O'Connor, all the people who got it wrong in the courts and patted me on the head. There, little boy, run along. You don't know what you're talking about. Ooh. I'm still here to tell the tale. I know. The more people try and airbrush me and my son out, they're taking my films down from YouTube at the moment. Sodom. I'll go to the Sun newspaper. I'll write. I'm better at speaking. I keep my films now. The The old ones, who cares? I've made maybe 20 films over the last 4 or 5 years. I don't always speak about my son. But this former wife of mine is getting them pulled. Ha! Off YouTube. So what? I know the truth. I was there. I am Robert France's father. I am his father. He's dead, but I remain his father. Forever, as long as I have breath to breathe, and I intend to fight. Oh yes. Couldn't care less how many of them there are. It's one by one individuals have made decisions in this matter, eventually culminating in my son's suicide. Or so we're led to believe. Actually, I'd like to have the whole scene investigated. They must have done a crime scene. I've got the coroner's report, but I might reopen that. It might have been murder, I don't know. Interesting. And they try to shut me up. Everyone's telling me to shut up. Go away, little boy. I've had that for 22 and a half years. I'm not shutting up. I've got a soul. I'm a human being. I'm in England. This is my personal life. There, little boy, run along. Go along. I'm 56 years old. How old is Obama of America, for heaven's sake, ordering drone airplanes to murder people? Collateral damage. What I understand is, particularly I used to take a lot of interest in, Solzhenitsyn, I believe it's pronounced. He wrote the 2 books called the Gulags, Gulag Archipelago. Gulag Archipelago number 1, Gulag Archipelago number 2, so presumably the plural is archipelagi, I like Latin. And one of the things you have to do when you protest not with anger. No anger. I'm a Christian. I love God through Christ. When God is for you, no one can be against you. I will sweep them all aside. One by one. I couldn't care less who they are, the authorities. As to my former wife, well, she knows the truth of the matter too. That's between her and, I very much doubt she believes in God. She couldn't behave like this if she did. Anyway, let's see if they airbrush this one out. Ho, ho, ho. I couldn't care less. Come and arrest me. Good. Let's go to court. Love it. Brilliant. Get it out in the open. So, because I now have a physical bit of paper, would you like to see it? I could show it to you. Here it is. What do they call it? Ho, ho, ho. Sorry, I didn't prepare this in advance, but I've got the documentation to hand, no less. Inquisition, it's called. And it says, I'd better not show it actually, because it describes how he did it, which might put ideas into people's heads, so I don't want that. As to how he technically committed suicide, I don't want that. When I was at Bristol University training to be a medical doctor, I'm afraid there were suicides around. It screws everyone else up too, so we don't need any of that. Life is for living. I'm living mine. You living yours. Good. To anyone who thinks I have no feelings for my son, then they're wrong. It's because I have feelings and I'm a fighter, I'm a Christian fighter, then I will fight. As long as God gives me life each day, breath to breathe, I will fight. I don't want to win. I can't win. My son is dead. There's no victory. But I will fight for what is right. Amen. I will fight.